Hi everyone, happy weekend. I hope everything is well. I'm just going to be quick. I'm not going to be that long. It's late and there's some things I want to talk about, but I just want to be quick. So, I start off with coronavirus first. Y'all can watch the replay afterwards. Hello to everyone that came on, but I'm just going to come with these COVID numbers real quick. So as of Friday, September 2nd, but as of today, namaste to you. From the Johns Hopkins University in Medicine website, Coronavirus Resource Center. What's up, brother? Global confirmed cases are 604,010,344. Those are the confirmed cases around 189 or 191 countries. I'm not quite sure what the number is. The global death toll is 6,494,252. The U.S. confirmed cases are 94,742,293. So again, with these COVID numbers for the United States is 94,742,293. The death toll is 1,047,497. Damn. Let's repeat all of this shit again. Global confirmed cases are 604,010,344. The global death toll is 6,494,252. The U.S. confirmed cases is 94,742,293. And the U.S. death toll is 1,047,497. And cases is rising. In terms of people getting vaccinated, over 153,000 Americans receive their vaccination dose. So the overall fully vaccinated people in this country is 224.1 million Americans. Keep in mind, there's 330 or 350 million Americans overall in this country. But only 68% of the population is vaccinated. With 94, almost 100 million confirmed cases in this country alone. Keep in mind, the United States is 4.2% of the world's population. And out of the 604 million confirmed cases in the country, with damn near 6.5 million people dead around the world, almost 100,000 cases in the United States alone, and damn near almost 1.1 million people in this country dead, and only 68% of this country is vaccinated. I mean, we account for 25% of the cases worldwide. Our population is not even 5% of the world's population. We only, 330 million people here? China has over 1.2, 1.3 billion people, and they got one of the least COVID cases. There's something wrong. And that's because people keep listening to misinformation and not listening to science. Like someone said in the comments, 68% of fully vaccinated people is not enough. The United States, the vaccinations, the access to get vaccinated is so easy. Vaccinations are available from hospitals to local clinics. And you telling me that you can't get vaccinated because you hear this and this will do something to this and this? Try having COVID. And you tell me how that shit is. Last time I checked, that shit ain't fun. I know people very close to me, and even my family, had COVID. Yes, people in my family were vaccinated, but that shit ain't fun. Can't taste your food. Can't hardly breathe. Can't smell shit. Like, vaccines are free in this country. Still. You don't even have to have health insurance. You can take your ass to a local Walgreens, CVS, for New Yorkers, Dwayne Reed, Rite Aid, the local hospitals, the free clinics. You can go and get get a shot. I don't get it. But like I said, you motherfuckers want COVID, be my guest. Because I heard that shit ain't fun. I'm just saying. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this misinformation. Like, I'm so sick of misinformation about COVID, about monkeypox. And here's the thing. Monkeypox is not an LGBTQ thing. If you interact with someone with dirty ass clothes and dirty ass sheets, and you sleeping on somebody's dirty ass sheets, that's monkeypox. Also, polio's coming back. If you're not vaccinated for polio, you're going to have some type of bone marrow disease. I know 2 people I grew up knowing to have that, and they died before they were 25. Because their mom did not want them to get vaccinated. To get immunized. Last time I checked, when you go to school, I know here in New York, when you go to school, you have to be immunized. Like, all of these other pandemics and everything is coming back because people don't want to take their... Like, you don't want to take your nasty ass to the doctor? Really? You listening to Dr. Sibby and everything. And I know someone that was telling me, I listened to Dr. Sibby. I was like, yeah, I see where you're going with this. Why are you so quiet? Because I'm just listening. Because if you get sick, that's on you. Don't call me. It sounds cold, but I'm being real. Like, why I'm going on about, like, this stuff, because COVID affected people in my family, the closest to me. I lost one person in my family from COVID before vaccines even came out. And when I hear people from the right wing and some of these dumbass, you know what, spouting misinformation about the vaccine, I get really upset because I think about the people that caught COVID early on, that's dealing with long COVID, some people that lost their hair, some people that can't even swallow their food, you know, still have trouble tasting their food. I hear all of these things and it makes me upset that people are still spouting misinformation after 2.5 years in. This is not an individual thing. This is a public health crisis. And the only way we can get out of this public health crisis is if we get immunized. And if we continue to wear our masks after being immunized. And social distance. People lax of social distancing. Bringing their hand sanitizer. Let's see what else they did. Forgot. Wearing a mask. And I know the majority, and I'm going to keep saying the majority of white folks I know, because most of them are not fully vaccinated. Everybody thinks white people are vaccinated. If you think about the mostly fully vaccinated community is the AAPI community, followed by the indigenous community, then the Hispanic community. Whites and blacks are on like equal now. And I won't be surprised if black people surpass white people for being vaccinated. I won't be surprised. Because the majority of anti-vaxxers are white people. I said that. And as I ride the train in the largest city in the country, I see a lot of white people, majority, not wearing their masks, and some stupid ashies not wearing their masks. I can't breathe. You're on a fucking train. Like, I don't get it. But I want to, like, wrap up this subject about COVID. And thank you, Lauren, for thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I see y'all comments, and I'm glad we are all on the same mother effing page. We're still in a public health crisis. COVID has not left. It's not done with us. We're dealing with other public health crises such as monkeypox and polio and swine flu. We're dealing with all of these reemergence of these pandemics and these illnesses. I would like to say this. If you don't get immunized, you will get sick. If you don't wear your mask, you will get sick. If you don't wash your hands and practice public health etiquettes, you will get sick. Overall, if you don't do the right thing when it comes to public health and protecting yourself and others around you, especially, you will get sick. So my advice to you is protect yourself and others around you. Like, come on. Other things, the only thing in politics I got to talk about is the president's speech. The president, I watched some of it and I heard some of it. The president really made a stark warning about our democracy being at the brink of nowhere, right? Our democracy is about to crash and burn. Of course, Republicans, including MAGA Republicans and some other, Republicans that's licking boots, are saying that the president, was out of line. He shouldn't say this and shouldn't say that. How dare he? He was yelling at us. No, he was making it very clear that the former occupant of the White House, the bum from Jamaica Estates, has basically tapped into a wedge of further dividing this country. He tapped into a fear that white Republicans, been feeling for a long time since the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And that's the whole goddamn truth. It is. So he was right to say that. But to, everyone here, this upcoming election in November is critical. There's no other way I can put it. Everything is on the brink of crashing and burning, including voting rights, our civil liberties. That includes Brown versus Board of Education, your right to go to any school you want to, the right to who you want to marry, whether it's a man, trans woman. Let's see, interracial marriage, women's reproductive health. Everything is on the brink of crashing and burning. And yet, I see people saying, I don't know if I can vote in November because everything I want, to be done is not being done. Last time I checked, everybody got their $1,400, correct? Everybody got their $1,400. Everybody got, infrastructure. People got extra money for their food for their kids. Unfortunately, it expired because you had some senators that did not want to, vote for the filibuster to go right away through. But you have a landmark inflation bill that just passed that will tackle the climate change. And now student loans are being canceled. Those who had Pell Grants, 20,000 will be canceled. And those without, 10,000 will be canceled. Everything is not roses and peaches. right? Incremental change. That's what it is. But overall, I would like to say this. This midterm election, or this election, I want to make it general. This election in November, it's about saving democracy. Yes, we all want some of our legislation, our impactful legislation, to be bad. I mean, let's say this again. Lord have mercy. I'm tongue-tied. So this November, November 8th, 2022, everything is on the line. From voting rights to civil rights, that includes marriage equality, interracial marriage, school choice, women's reproductive health, everything is on the line. Democracy is about to, crash and burn if we don't vote in November. So if you sit this election out, if you feel like you can't vote, do not complain when the Grand Insurrectionist Party, formerly known as the Grand Old Party, aka the Republican Party, takes over both chambers. Don't complain if you can't get all your student loans canceled, even though there was a law or a initiative, or I don't know how to put it in words, that this administration is forgiving $20,000 of student loans for those who had Pell Grants, and $10,000 who didn't. So, again, because you got to save for the dumbasses in the back, right? You got to save for the stupid people in the back. November 8th, 2022 will be the most consequential elections yet. Democracy is hanging by a thread. What's on the ballot on November 8th, 2022? Voting rights, civil rights, women's reproductive health. Much more is on the ballot. So if you are deciding to sit this election out, that means you don't give a damn about our democracy. You don't mind letting it crash and burn. So you go ahead and play around all you want to. People like me will go and vote. Even though my favorite candidates are not on the ballot for certain positions, I will still vote. Because why? Because I give a damn about my democracy. Do you? That's the question that I have for you. I mean, there's no other fucking way to put it, right? There's no other fucking way to put it. And and these progressives right here, right? They don't care. Half of them will cancel this, cancel that, or I'm not voting. Cancel my medical debt. And this is for all the ones that want their medical debt canceled. The president already canceled it. You wasn't paying attention. Maybe you should pay attention more to what this administration is doing and stop paying attention to one issue. Because don't be a one-issue voter. You be a one-issue voter, you will be lost in the sauce. And then the mainstream media does a disservice, right? They do a disservice. They don't know how to report on this administration because the other administration was so bad. The news cycle was on repeat, right? And it was exhausting everybody. This time, they don't know how to cover this administration because this administration is actually doing a good job. Whether we like the administration's approach to certain things is correct, but they're doing their job. They're cleaning up a mess that was shitty. I mean, it was a piece of shit. So, my news to the mainstream media, if you don't know how to report on something, then just don't say anything. Just don't. Plain and simple. But I'm about to log off because I'm tired. It's been a long day. And I just want to keep these words. Make sure you go and vote. Everything is on the line. And if you don't know what this administration is doing, you can just go to the website, www.whitehouse.gov, and you see all the things that they have done so far. Everything they have done so far. So that's my advice to you. Also, you can go out and, help people get elected if that's what you want to do. Some people, canvassing is not for everybody. It's not for a person like me. But text banking is good. Donating is good. Phone banking is good. Anything to get a candidate elected, whether it's on a local level, state level, national level, do anything you can to contribute and make your part. Because, your part does matter. But until then, peace out. Have a good night.